No, you're a stupid idiot. Yeah, I remember. His name was Junior. He was so funny. I remember. Oh boy. I used to try. I remember it so much that I would try to tell my kids that, but I don't think it ever really worked. I never see any of them use it. But I think you probably have to be more mature to really get it. I don't know if we could teach young kids. I mean, you teach young kids anything, but yeah.
What you fail to see, what you fail to see is coming to hurt you. What you fail to see is coming to hurt you. Please write that down. It's a major, powerful key for tonight. What you fail to see is coming to hurt you and will ultimately kill you. What you fail to see, what you fail to acknowledge, remember to put those words, what you fail to see and what you fail to acknowledge. You see, you acknowledge, and what you fail to act on. So there are three words there: to see, to acknowledge, and to act on will ultimately come to hurt you and kill you. I am very, very relaxed and very, very happy. Life is very good, and I hope you have the same emotions and the same thoughts. You are happy, you're very relaxed. No panic, no anxiety, no stress, no pressure. What you fail to see, what you fail to acknowledge, and what you fail to act on will come to hurt you and ultimately kill you. Nancy, I hope you are taking notes tonight, and Vicky, you are taking notes of important points. Mary, thank you for joining. I want to thank all of you from Bolivia, from Brazil, those of you from Cape Town, South Africa, those of you who are joining from London, UK, Belfast, Glasgow, those of you who are joining from the country of Malta, those of you from Belgium, Portugal, Spain. Hello, those of you from Italy, those of you who are joining from Italy, those of you who are waving and who have called to let me know you are at the conference and you are from Johannesburg, South Africa. Those of you from Maryland, Maryland, DC, Asheville, that's where it is, Asheville. You are calling from Asheville. Those of you calling from, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, Colorado, Denver, thank you. Thank you very much. Yep, I see your check. Yep, I did. And I've placed it at the altar. And yep, I join you to thank you, Mark, and your wife, Marilyn. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for sharing your testimony of what my intercession before God is accomplishing for you. Someone has received a miracle of cancer. You've been cured of cancer. This is amazing. Yeah. Thank you, Jesus. Well,
Jesus.
yeah. Someone has been cured of cancer, and the doctor has.
Thank you too.
The doctor has conducted another X-ray, and there is no more. I am cancer-free. Hallelujah! I am cancer-free. That's interesting.
Love hearing that.
That's interesting. Yeah.
We rejoice with you tonight.
I'm now curing cancer. Isn't that interesting?
I knew it.
Thank you, Jesus. Yep. Have just sold a house, Las Vegas. How many months ago was that prayer made? Someone has just sold a house. So thank you, all of you who are participating tonight. Thank you very much. Now let's go. What you fell. Yeah. Bishop Titus, thank you for joining tonight. All right, let's go. What you fail to see, to acknowledge, and to act upon or to act on will hurt you and ultimately destroy you or kill you. I started a series 6.5 years ago, and it was titled The Gift of Sensitivity, and I'm coming back to it. Sensitivity is not a spiritual gift. When you flip sensitivity, when you flip the other side of it, it becomes the gift of discernment that is being turned on by the work of the Holy Spirit that lives in you. That discernment of spirit, it is not coming from you. It is coming from the ultimate work of the Holy Spirit that is working with you, through you, and you've yielded to. That's different. But we call it the gift of sensitivity. The gift of sensitivity is not discernment of spirit, your ability to enter into the spirit world, to open and enter into the spirit world. It is what heaven turned on for you. That is discernment of spirit. You are able through the Spirit of God to see the spirit, the mind, and the physical realm, and other planets too. You're able to see what is going on through the means of being permitted to enter into that. Now, the gift of sensitivity of its own is a self-motivated gift. It's a gift you give to yourself. It must come from you. It's a check you write for yourself. It's walking into a Macy's store and buying yourself a gift. If you didn't know, let me tell you what I do. I think Mary knows, Victoria knows, and Geneva knows. At least those three. Anne-Marie knows, and Annie of Norway, they know about this. Every city I go to in America, whether I'm there for a vacation or whether I'm there to minister to people or whether I'm invited to talk to business leaders, just as I will soon be going to speak to business leaders. Whether I'm asked to speak to leaders of organizations or banks or real estates, corporate leaders, I've entered into that spot where I'm being invited to do those things. Whenever I am in that city, I always go to stores at my spare time to see what they have. What are the best stores in that city? What do they have? How do life look like in that city? I always find a gift and I buy for myself. You have to treat yourself nicely. You have to treat yourself good. You have to be very generous to yourself. Because you are your first baby. You have to buy a gift for yourself. And you have to cherish that gift forever. You must learn that. Don't just lock yourself up in a hotel room or in the gym or in the spa or in the what do we call it, in the buffet and eat. Go out and see what is this city like. What do they have to offer? What are they known for? What are the business opportunities in this city that you are in? That's how a normal champion, an investor, a success, a winner, that's how they think. They ask questions. So it's not just enough just to take pictures of places you've seen. How do you participate in the money of that city? You have to take some money from that city. You've paid your airplane, you paid for your hotel, you bought gift for yourself, and also you bought gift for people that you love and you cherish. But how do you take back the money that you've spent in that city? You start looking at business opportunities. Sometimes I do carry product for sale. I really do. While I'm talking to somebody, I'll tell them, look, this is what I sell. This is what I do. And I tell them, I'm gonna give you 10% off if you buy. And some of them will pay me at that place. Next week, Square is sending me a card so that I'll be able to carry a card to swipe on the spot. When people buy things from me on the spot, I will swipe with my iPad. I will insert it inside my iPad or inside my iPhone or inside my Samsung phone, the ministry phone. Boom, and I will make a sale right on the spot.
Yay! Yay!
And then I will email.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I will email the person the receipt. So you see, yeah. So you see, business is no longer just sitting in one place and waiting for customer to come to you. Go out there and advertise yourself. Tell people, this is what I do. This is what I do. You know, I speak, I heal, I invest. Here are my CDs, here are my DVDs, here are my T-shirts. Yeah, what's your size? And I run back to my hotel room and I bring their size and I swipe. And sometimes they want to pay me cash. And the business happened right there. So go out and see what is in that city. And see what is the business opportunities. Sometimes you may not know that the city where you are is a tax heaven. All the crooked business people that have come in there. Are you aware that whenever there is an opportunity for people to make money, you will see the same people in Paris, the same people in Germany, the same people in Norway, the same people in New York, the same people in different parts of the world, all will congregate in that place. You're giving people, you're slicing 70% off for them to own a plane in your city, and you see the same people come to own planes in that same place. You are making houses cheap for the rich, and you see the same rich people, all of them congregate to have houses in that place. Why? Because they've learned how to find out where they can make money, where they can buy, later they will sell. So don't just live in your city. Think about what you can do in your city. The reason why I am not doing much in my city except just to stay and run the ministry the way it is right now is because this is not my place of location. It is my place of waiting. That's what I was instructed to do. You have to know what you were instructed to do in a city. When you are told to wait, you wait. Then when you are told to move, the moving will just begin. And you will sense it, you will know it, and you will begin to move. The gift of sensitivity is a gift you offer to yourself. And it is the gift, since you cannot see what is behind your back, you don't have two more extra eyes at the back of your head, you have to turn around to see what is behind you. That's how we act. We are not like owls and some other animal that can move our neck around and can see and then move it back to where it was originally. We don't have such gift. Grandmother nature, that's what I call her. I don't say mother nature. Grandmother nature didn't give that to us. God did not give that to us. So we offer ourselves a gift. It's just like God offers you the gift of joy, then you offer yourself the gift of happiness. Happiness is not what somebody else gives to you. Happiness is what you give to yourself. The same way, discernment of spirit is what God gives you. But sensitivity is what you offer to yourself. It is the willingness to say, what is this that I'm seeing? Even in the animal world, like the dolphins, the whales, the wolves, the elephants, even cows, dogs, when they see something, including the apes and the monkeys and the gorillas, they want to go and investigate to find out what is this. A young eagle, a juvenile eagle, teenager eagle will never start hunting until it has mastered and know the ways of people that live in that territory, the animals in that territories, the birds in that territories, the fish, how they move in the water of that territories. The eagle will master the art of the forest and of that territory before it will start hunting. It's sensitive. It's aware that the animals that live the same tree with it the birds that lives in the same tree with it should not be hunted. You go far away to hunt, not the ones around you, because they are part of your protection. They are part of your ecosystem. They are part of your covering, your protection. So the gift of sensitivity is so important that you don't just see things and just, well, it doesn't matter. I asked someone to come and work with me, clean house, iron clothes some years back, wash, vacuum, do dishes, those kind of simple jobs. And the pay was very good. It's above $10 an hour. Yeah, it's above the what do we call it? Above the entry level pay. It was above it. And when this person walked in on the day that the person was supposed to start, and I realized that this person was not even dressed for job. See, a lot of people are not sensitive at all. They are not sensitive to the way they dress, the way they talk, the way they appear to people. Is it appealing or not? Some don't even care whether they've taken a bath. Do your armpits stink? Do you need some perfumes? They don't care. They are not sensitive at all. And I still remember this person was asking me what I do. And I was telling the person what I do for a living. And I asked the person, I said, oh, I'm doing my bachelor's degree. And I said, how many years have you been on? He said, oh, then there was quietness there. So I thought I heard you say that you started many years back. Oh yes, I start, then I stop, then I start, then I stop. Things like that. So all right, all right, all right. So how many kids do you have? Oh, just one. Okay, okay, okay. Got it, got it. Oh, I'm also though starting to be I want to own my own business. I said, well, starting a business is not a joke. He said, well, it's not like that. I've already been approved for a loan and a loan of so and so thousands and so on and so forth. And I'm looking at the person, I'm like, wow. And this person started talking to me about business, and everything that this person was talking to me about was trash. Pure and applied trash.com. So I said, what about working for a company or working for a job or working for someone for some years and save money and then use that money to start a business? But while you're working for other people, you're learning the basic principles of business, how to run a business. Because some of the business will take you like 5 to 6 or 7 years before you really have a proper foundation for it. Oh, no, I'm not going to wait for that long. The person just goes up. I said, okay, this is not the kind of person that I should be wasting my time. And when the person saw that part of the job is mopping and cleaning and doing dishes and doing laundry, he said, maybe this will take me 2 or 3 days for me to do all of this. I said, all right. I said, you know what? Let's talk. So I said, let's go, let's talk. So we said, let's take a little walk. So we went out and we talked and we walked towards the parking lot. And I said, I want to wish you Good luck. And I want you to continue your adventure somewhere. And thank you, bye. And I left. The person said, oh, you don't like me? Really? Well, what did I do? No, I said, no, it's okay, okay? I'll talk to you next time. I was just finding a little bit more whether you are the kind that I can hire or not. And that was it. Do not waste your time with a fool. Don't waste your time with a fool. You don't have time for that. Please do not waste your time with a fool. A lot of people, they can't manage their money. They can't manage a family. They cannot manage their own life. And they want to come and talk to you and manage your life and befriend you and roll into your life and all kind of stuff. That's disrespectful. That's dishonoring. A lot of people don't even know protocol. The protocol to the throne, the protocol to money. Rich folks taught me when somebody is coming into your life, whether into your business or to help you do things, and they've not really done anything, they've not even invested in you, and they are asking you for money, you say, no, withdraw immediately. And there are a lot of people in the world that have done that to a lot of my friends. I know of people who, they were just hired today to work in a bank. Next day, they are going to their boss to go and ask for a loan. That's wrong. You don't have no sensitivity. People do not know how you pick up a job, a new job. You've been given a new job. People don't even know how to write a thank you card to their immediate supervisor and another card for their boss and to that company that, or the person who has given them a job or who has blessed them. They don't even know. Or how to take them out on a lunch is just what you can take for yourself. Please, when you hear me ministering or doing the things I do, I'm not talking to you. Because there are many of you who think that when I'm saying what I'm saying, that I'm talking to you, is how God inspires me to say things. I'm not looking at anybody or any experience I've had with anyone when that is what is inspiring me to say things. Because some people think, oh, I'm against them. I'm talking about them because they've talked to me about something. No. You are tiny, 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 little insignificant. The world is so big a world. I'm speaking to millions of people out there. Because sometimes people think that they are the only one that are in my life, and you fail to know how big my world, my planet is. And when once I see people like that, I just cut them off. I delete them. I don't need them around me. I don't need that headache, that pressure, that stress. I don't need it. Everyone keep quiet, keep silent, and ask their boss, how do we go about this? That's somebody who already has experience in life and is making it. And everyone goes to ask, how do I carry out this? And you go and tell the person how to do it. You don't understand what protocol is. I was once with a Roman Catholic bishop like myself, and you know, I don't agree with some of the doctrine that has to do with praying before an idol and all of that. And as we were eating, it was time for prayer and so on. I said, oh, let's go. Yeah, let's go and pray. I didn't stand there to tell them, oh, no, I don't agree with you praying before the Virgin Mary or Michael or Gabriel and all of that. I said, let's go and pray. So while he was busy praying to them, I was busy praying to Jesus. And we had a good time. Nobody, up to today, he doesn't even know that I don't approve of those things, that I don't. Except you perceive those things to pray to Jesus. Okay, that's fine with me, but we don't agree on that. But by the time I finished, he wrote me a good check. Told me I was a very good man. I'm the first Protestant minister that he has met that understand what protocol is. I mean, he's my senior in ministry. Anyway, we don't belong to the same church. But I gave him honor. I joined him in his prayer. While he was doing his own thing, I was praying my own quietly. By the time he said amen, I said amen. Yep. That's how you do it in life. Instead of, oh, we don't believe in this, we don't pray in that, we don't, or you start busting out in tongue, blah, blah, blah. And the man look at you and like, do you need a cigar? Do you need a glass of whiskey? Because all those people in those churches, they drink a lot, they womanize a lot. Okay? They womanize a lot, they manize a lot. It's not just the men who are womanizing, the women who are in some of these things, they also manize. So it's not just enough to just say a man is a womanizer. What about women who are manizers? Yeah, there we go. Geneva knows that what I'm saying is true. She knows. Roslyn knows. Some of us, we escaped from being molested by some of them. You know, fought with our heart, our life, with our little, tiny, beautiful bodies. Before anybody will violate us, we fought. And still, when their pastors and their bishops and this thing come around, we play along. We happy because we are trying to protect a common name, a common living thing called Christianity, the way of Jesus. And each person is coming to the way of Jesus from different sides. Some are coming from the north, some are coming from the south, some are coming from the east, some are coming from the west. And we are coming into it with a different mentality and cultures and history and all of that. A lot of these things, you never created any of it. They were already in existence before you were born. And you are trying to go and stop it, not me. You on your own. Sensitivity is very, very important. You're trying to date somebody, you're trying to be in a relationship with somebody, you're trying to marry somebody, and the first thing that you should offer to yourself is the gift of sensitivity, which means the emotion is there, but I'm going to be in control of it. It doesn't mean that because you can put the car on speed, you should put it all on speed when it says that you should just be driving at 20 miles at so. You must look at what it says. It doesn't mean that because you have the gas in there, you should put your leg and just go and hit everybody. No, there's something inside your car that you can match to control the car. And you just allow your emotion to run wild and to go on speed. And there are things that you should see. This person doesn't wash his or her clothes. This person does not understand sanitary laws. How do somebody pay attention to the laws of hygiene? Do you know that in our office, we keep certain female hygiene in our office, hygiene things in our office? And that's the way I was taught by those who brought me up in ministries, hidden away somewhere. Because sometimes a woman will come in because the body of a woman is very complex. There's a lot of things that happens in a woman's body. Every month that if it is we men, we will all become crazy people. By now, the world will have been full of crazy men everywhere. Because we get pregnant, we have menstruation, we have menopause, we have this, we go through a lot of stuff. And women go through a lot of that, and they don't make no noise.
Yeah.
Do you know what women have to go through in a month just to be women? And one week a woman's mind is wired differently. Next month she's so sweet. The other month she's so sad. And the man, she's just trying to ignore me. Oh, she's got a new man. Oh, she doesn't want her marriage to work. Oh, she's neglecting her children. Why? Because you, the man, you are an idiot. You should have gone through the school of the chemical balances of women's biology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's how I know.
And a lot of men don't know nothing about a woman's body makeup. All they know is to climb on top of her, boom, 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 like what is that battery? What do we call that battery of that bunny hitting that drum? Boom, 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 boom. Energy bunny, energizer bunny, boom, 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 and put a little dance on it and put a little swag on it, and they think they've done a great job, and they are gone. And you don't know what that woman is going to pass through for mitosis to begin, the splitting of the cells, for a baby to be made, or for her to have a menses, a cycle for that month. You have no idea how that affects her internal personality, her mind, her brain, and the way she reacts to life. Instead of you pampering her because she's your baby, you are talking nonsense. And that's why wild women have learned that since some of these men are wild, let's be wild horses together. And be careful, because those wild women, if they go off on you, you will regret being born on the earth. I'm serious. We are talking about the gift of sensitivity. You see, is that Daniel was in a kingdom. And the son of the king that Daniel used to be the chief, they called Daniel the chief magician. Actually, he was the chief sons of God in that territory. That was the eyes and the ears, the embodiment of the kingdom of heaven on the earth at that time in that territory. When you read the story of the handwriting on the wall, many tekel of fasten, it was when the son of a king came into power and was not sensitive to the fact that there was someone who could have guided him properly for his kingdom to last, like the kingdom of his father lasted. There are certain things that you were not supposed to use to perform orgies of drinking and sex and all that and worship your false gods. And that son did not listen. It was until the handwriting came before somebody told him, there is a guy in your kingdom that you failed to acknowledge. He was the one who gave life and power and steadiness to your father. And that's when they invited Daniel, like a last resort. And it was too late. Because Daniel did not give that man. He didn't give that king. I think that's what, is that, yeah, Daniel did not give him no good news. And that night, his kingdom perished. It perished. It was taken over. There are some beautiful people in the Bible, in biblical stories, who gave themselves the gift of stopping to see, stopping to acknowledge what they see, and to act on what they've acknowledged. Someone like Rebecca. Rebecca is such a powerful entity, a powerful, or Ravka, that's what they call her. Ravka or Rebecca is such a powerful woman in Bible stories that many of you don't know. Eliezer said to God, Eliezer did not pray that God should go and talk to a woman to draw water for him and for his animals and for the servants that came with him. Eliezer prayed this prayer. O God Almighty, the God of my master, Abraham, so while Abraham worshipped the God who made the heavens and the earth, Eliezer worshipped the same God through Abraham. The God of my master, show up. The woman that I will ask, please, I've come on a long journey. Can you reach out and draw water for me? And you will say to me, why will a man, strong man like that, with all the men who travel with him, why will he be asking me to draw water? That's what women who do not have the gift of sensitivity, you do not know when your favor is right in front of you. You don't know when heaven has decided to turn the blessing on for you and it is staring you at the face and you are saying, you use the curse word, D-A-M-N, damn it! Why will I fetch water for men? That's what some women will say. Why will I do the job of a man, fetching water? Are you serious? Why can't you fetch the water for yourself? Here is something for you to draw. Come on, go ahead, draw and drink. And take care of yourself. In fact, some nasty women will not even look at you. They will look at you like, how dare you? How dare you ask me of such a thing? Are you not man enough to draw water for yourself? And Eliezer had already said, oh God of my master Abraham, you sent me here to find a wife for Isaac. Because Isaac doesn't understand the ways of women. If we allow him to go among women, they will destroy him. That's why I've been sent to come and get a wife for him. So, Lord, the girl that I will say to, please fetch water. Can you fetch water for me to drink? If she says, yes, I will do it, and I will also fetch water for your animals, that's the woman that is worthy to be a wife to Isaac, which means Eliezer was looking for a manager, a director, a supervisor, an administrator, a president of the household of Abraham in the life of Isaac. So you are not just looking for a wife or for a husband. You're looking for a leader, a manager, someone who can manage your money and resources. And if the person come in there is not enough money, that person is going to make money to increase. Any man or woman who come into your life and doesn't increase your money and your material resources, you should not have anything to do with that person. Please listen, this is, I want you to attach great importance to that word. Any human being that comes into your life and does not increase the quantity and quality of your money and material resources, that person is not worthy of you. Unless both of you are just playing kindergarten or playing back of the school yard business or Sunday school business. Maybe that's all that it is. You don't want to set a test for people, but people don't want you to set tests for them, but they want you to welcome them in. No, I'm not welcoming you in. The household of Abraham, our ancestor, didn't do that. And shortly after Eliezer has finished praying, here come Ravka, here come Rebecca. Are you aware that nobody in the Bible married their wife in a church? They didn't find their wife in the church or even at home. They found them at their place of professional skills. Are you aware of that? The wife of Moses was a shepherdess. Moses found her where she was watering her father's animal. She was. So tell me about it. The work of a shepherd is only for men. No. Moses' wife was a shepherdess. Rebecca, Jacob's, Isaac's wife, Rebecca, was a shepherdess. Rachel and Leah were shepherdess. So tell me about it. There are certain jobs is for men, certain job is for women. It wasn't like that in biblical times. They all dressed alike. Many of you are very upset when you see a man wearing earrings. Go to the Bible. The Jewish people, the Arab people, in the Old Testament, they all wore gold, pure, 100% gold earrings. They wore jewelries, necklaces, anklets, bracelets, men and women. They look beautiful. Women wore rings on their nose, in their ears. It's there in the Bible. Go and look at it. So piercings did not begin today. It didn't begin today. It's an old custom of the ancient people, long before Israel started with Abraham. It was already there. Somebody come and marry you, they don't even honor your father and mother who brought you up. And you call that civilization. They come and get you for free and go and beat you up for free and then let you go for free and you accept it. Abraham loaded donkeys and camels with jewelries and money and material resources to honor the parent of Rebecca. Because that's a gift. And when she left town, Her parents loaded donkeys and camels with beautiful things for Isaac and for Abraham. It's a two-way traffic. Who is coming to give birth? Who is coming to manage money? Is it not the woman?
Yeah.
Where did you ever hear that a man is pregnant and gave birth to children? I wish that it had happened so that that man will come and tell all of us how it feels, so that we men will listen to him. And I can assure you, when he will start to talk how he felt the first day when he realized that when he was throwing up morning sickness that he was pregnant, the rest of the men, when once they begin to hear that, they will run away. They say, oh no. They won't take off. We don't want this. You want to be the one that put the pregnancy, but you don't want to be the one that will solve the problem that comes as a result of that enjoyment. You want the honey, but you don't want the stinger that comes from the buttocks of the bees. Shame on you. You don't want the pains and the problem that comes with relationship, but you want the relationship. Yeah, you don't want no responsibility. 90% of men on earth don't want no responsibility. They want to play. I have a baseball bat to whack you on the head. Come on, play. Let me catch you. Yep. If I was your playground, or my sisters or my covenant partners at your playground, we'll show you. You go and borrow car, and borrow house, and borrow money to come and flash, so that people will think you have something, whereas you're broke. At the end of the day, you know that a lot of people go to borrow money to go and do a wedding. After the wedding, you now see that they don't have nothing. They start accusing you. Is it not because I married you that I don't have any more money? Who sent you to marry me? Sensitivity, very, very important. Rebecca said, I will fetch water for you, and I will also fetch water to water your animals. And that is how the man knew. This girl is the girl. It was not because Rebecca said to them, well, you can fetch water for yourself, okay? I'll be praying for you. I'll go and fast for you. I'll go and call my brothers to come and fetch water for you. I'll go and call my sisters to come and join me. I'll go and call my father to come and help me. She said, no. She's doing it herself. That's how Rebecca ended up marrying Isaac. It didn't come through prayer and fasting. She was willing to do the right thing. You have no idea the power of a gift. When you give a quality gift to somebody. I'm not talking of just any kind of yeye gift. That you just buy something and give because you just want, so that nobody will say that you didn't give something. You put $50 in an envelope and send, so that nobody will say you didn't send. They're talking of quality. And a lot of people are not sensitive to the quality of things they buy for you. They just want to send you something. A lot of people are not sensitive to the power of giving money and the power of giving a gift. I work for a man, a Baptist guy, in a non-profit. Every week on a Monday morning, I will walk into his office, knock on the door, I'll bring him coffee, and I'll bring him chocolate with almonds in it. He loves it. And I'll have my own. I'll have the same thing. And I'll tell him, let's go out for a walk. And we will go out. That is where he tells me the secret that he will never tell anybody about the company. While food is in their mouth, people's heart begin to explode. And they will tell you things. The power of food is very, very... You have no idea what food can do. Sometime I will take him out. I will say, wait, let's go to the Cuban restaurant. I want to buy, today I'm buying lunch. I'm buying you Cuban sandwich with fries and drink. He loves to eat. I say, I got you. I got you. And those Cuban sandwich, they're very good. And he will tell me things. He will promote me. While we are eating, he promoted many times while we are eating in that Cuban sandwich place. You'll tell me I'm a manipulator. Did I ask you not to be one? Who is stopping you from being one? Yeah? Roslyn, don't you like me because of who I am? Don't you?
Of course.
Whoa. So don't blame me now. I'm simply doing what you told me to do.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-huh. Everything that is wrong with me, blame it on Roslyn. Blame it on it. If you can't find Roslyn to blame it on Vivian. Simple. Blame it on Vivian. They are the one who gave me a Barbadian passport so that I'm from Barbados. Yep. I can go to Barbados now, not with American passport, but from Barbados. So blame it on them. So don't tell me that, hey, you are a manipulator, you use food to manipulate somebody. That guy used food too, and used money, and used everything to manipulate me, for me to be the best at my job, to be a director at my job. Oh, that guy did everything. He will ask his wife to cook, and then he will take me alone to his house, and we will eat and eat and eat. Whoa! He knows how to get the job done. Whatever good thing you can use to get the job done, do it. You guys heard me say it. I've said it once before. I teach women how to use sex, how to use money, how to use kiss, how to use perfume, how to use fashion, how to use cosmetics to keep their husband's butt in the house and lock him up.
Amen.
How to use food. You want somebody else to be cooking the best dish for your husband, and you are here trying to go and buy him Chinese food. Are you crazy? Go and see the kind of lingerie that woman is putting. The new panties, the new bra that is in the market, she got it. The new perfume that is in the market, she got it. All the Gabanas, all the she got it. And you're smelling like something else. And you are coming to welcome him at the door. Hi, husband. And the secretary is coming. Hi, good morning. Sharp, sweet, nice, smelling so good, jewelries. And you think that because that man is a church man or that woman is a church woman that she is not looking? After a while, you become what you are looking at. Please write that down. That's a powerful key. After a while, you will become what you are looking at. Write that down. After a while, you will become what you are looking at. Number 2, after a while, what you are looking at will begin to call your name. Will begin to call you. After a while. So you may not be interested in that man, or you may not be interested in that woman at first, but every day she keeps dressing nice. She keep talking good. She keep inviting you for a lunch and so on. By the time you know it, it's on. I don't care how powerful you are in the spirit world or in the world of witchcraft. Oh, nobody can bring me down. They will bring you down because you're human. Jesus went about people some eating and drinking, and they call him. They say, oh, look at this guy. Woo, he likes food. He likes drink. Look at him. He's a glutton. We are talking about sensitivity to little things that matters. Let me say this to you. I've discovered that what turns a woman away from a very nice quality marriage is always a very little thing. You give the woman an excuse why you were 1 hour late before the baby was born. It's not acceptable to any woman. I'm serious. No woman will entertain your story why you were 1 hour late, that by the time you came into the hospital, the baby was already born. The umbilical cord was. Do you know that there are certain things that you should attach so much importance to? You let go of everybody and everything and pursue that one thing. You make a woman mad when it was time for you to purchase a house. Both of you have worked hard and put the money together, and the woman is saying to you, this is the time to purchase this 6-bedroom house. Let's get it. Let's get it. And the person delay. By next week, the prices goes up. And you guys can afford it no more. It's nothing that make a woman walk away. Even though she's there, her mind is gone. You are not sensitive to the pet names, the nicknames you give to your wife. Now you are calling her, hey, Miss Dolly, instead of baby doll, honey sweet. Honey bunny, bunny honey, my this, my that. When those things stop, something is wrong. Darling, you've had this for the last 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. I want to change it for you. You are now talking. Many men do not know that this is what a woman needs. You need to go through the school, the University of Women, before you even go into dating them, befriending them, marrying them. The same thing with the woman towards the man. I have certain people in my ministry who are very sensitive to the needs of a man. I don't need to tell them what's my size of outfit, my size of trouser or pant or shoe. They know it. They ask me once and they key into their diary or into their computer. And anyway they travel to in the world, they get me the best thing. Somebody asked me a question. He said, when you were born, did you have so and so happen to you? I say, yes. He said, all right, that's all I want to know. Next thing, the person went and bought something that is better than what I'm using. That will make my life easier. I didn't ask. Others want to be told what to do. They want a lawgiver. That's why majority of people in prison are people who are not sensitive. 100% of everyone in prison are in prison because they have not yet offered themselves the gift of sensitivity. They just want to act. That's why they're actors and actresses. Those are the people you see in jail and prison. The actors and actresses, they are all there. And being intelligent and being smart is not the same as being sensitive. It's very different. You can be intelligent, you can be smart. Drug dealers and all kind of people out there who do certain things, I mean, they are very smart people, very intelligent people. And you tell me what went wrong with them? That they are either dead, they were shot and killed by people, or by the cops, by police, or they are locked up, is because they don't have the gift of sensitivity to know when to walk away when the problem is about to start, to know how to let things go, to know when not to take the law into their hands, to know when a marriage is no longer working, that the best thing for them to do is to offer themselves the gift of walking away and starting all over. There are many of us, if God did not separate us from someone or people who hated us secretly, we will never be where we are today. And many of you are fighting a marriage to keep a marriage that died, and the dump truck came and took the trash of that marriage away to the dump place a long time ago. And you are still running after what is dead. And for others, the marriage is alive and you want to kill it. And that's not fair. Offer yourself the gift of sensitivity, to be sensitive to the fact that these kids are babies. These kids are teenagers. Their brain is not yet even completely formed. And you are treating them like an adult, when you should allow them to ripe like fruit. Let them germinate and ripen of their own, instead of forcing them to. Many of us think that being sheltered is a very nice thing. I hated the fact that I was sheltered in life. I was not exposed to a lot of things. And I have challenges of life has to force me to learn by force what I should have known easily. So it's good to be sheltered where you should be sheltered, and it's not good to be sheltered where you shouldn't have been. You already see how a person is handling money, and you want to go and trust the person with money. Why do you need to do that? They say that every marriage that leads to a divorce, before you went into that marriage, you've already been given signs. You've already been shown signs that this is not going to be good. But because of pride and arrogancy, and you've not yet offered yourself the gift of sensitivity, you don't want to pay attention to it. What you failed to pay attention to, what you failed to see, to acknowledge, and to act on, will come back to hurt you, destroy you, and maybe even kill you. A woman from New York, and there have been another one from, I think, Italy, recently told me a story. They say I can use their story, okay? That's why I'm telling this. Both of them have given me the permission. Say this is the greatest mistake that she made. Both of them told me that. They knew that their husbands were drug dealers. And because they hated a full-time job, those two women, they hated having a job. So they love men who can bring in cash money. Not a check, not a money order, but cash money on a daily basis. They didn't care whether they were sleeping with other women or not. How many people they've killed in their life, they didn't care. All they care about was that money. They knew. And they enjoyed it while it lasted. Until their husbands were shot and killed. And then who do you think they went and married again? Both of them went back and married other drug dealers. Tell me about it. Until when they themselves, their names were mentioned as part of co-conspirators of drug business. That's when they began to think seriously about it. You are aware that I asked a woman from Maryland. Yeah, Magdalene. She's from Maryland. She said I can talk about this, so that's why I'm saying this. I know that many of the names I mentioned, you don't know them, because there's more that goes on behind the scene in the ministry than conference call. The real thing is behind the scene. And many of you do not see it or know it. She says she knew that her husband in a year has worked about 7 places, has worked in 7 different jobs in a year. And that was enough to tell her that that man cannot handle stress, cannot handle people, cannot negotiate with people, was unfriendly, always complain about his job. Every job he goes to, every day is a complaint until it was killing this woman. You know that there are people who will keep complaining about something until you yourself, you start getting hurt inside. You start getting hurt inside of you. Woo! So, at the end of the day, the husband dropped out of job, didn't want to work no more, hated job, and she was the one working and paying the bill until she herself couldn't handle it. And that's when she exploded. And the marriage was over. But you saw the sign. Offer yourself the gift of sensitivity. Offer yourself that gift. Whether it be in the financial, whether it be in relationship, whether it be in anything, whether it be in your relationship with God, whether it be in your future, you have to offer yourself the gift of being sensitive. Sensitive to your surrounding, sensitive to your neighbors. Who should you talk to? Who shouldn't you talk to? Who are the people that you just have to sideline them? You don't need them around you. It doesn't matter who they are. You don't need them. You don't need their problems. Who are the people that you should delete from among your friends, from among your family members? Who are the people that you should delete them? You have to offer yourself that gift and stand firm. Do you need always to tell somebody of your progress? And are they the people that you should be telling your progress or what you're about to do? There was a certain person, because they were close to me, so whatever I want to do, that person was like, I have to be share. And whenever I share, that thing comes to a standstill. Somebody who is very, very close to me. Out in my family, the family where I was born. And then God said to me, stop talking to this woman and stop talking to these siblings about what you are doing. It's not because they are witches. It's not because they have power to do any bad thing against what I'm doing, but they were not the right people for me to talk about my progress or my business or what I'm about to do. Immediately I stop, heaven opens up for me. It's not everybody that you think you should go and be talking about what the business you want to do or the progress you want to make or the one you've already made. You don't need to do that. It's not because they have magical power to do bad things to you or to stop your progress, but the point is that they are not invited to your planet. They are not part of your planet. They have no right, they have no business to be in your world. If they have a need, you can help them if you want to, but you cannot tell them anything about you. Immediately I stop, heaven opened and the earth opened. Satan fled. He just fled from me also. It's not everyone that you think who are close to you that you should be going to be talking about your business, your progress. You don't need to. It's uncalled for. Offer yourself the gift of sensitivity. Be sensitive. Everybody's quarreling with Trump. Trump should say this. Trump should do that. Did we not, did America not read his track record and know that he is a salesman that tries to be in business? Do we not all know about this? Do we not know about his aggressive nature and how he talks and his curse? Do we not all know about this? So why is CNN and the rest of the news wasting their time trying to blame him? And no, that's what America has chosen. Live with it. If the nation destroys him, good. If he destroys the nation, good. Because with Obama, the nation was not prepared for a change. Change comes very slowly. It will take many years for somebody else to come and take the country from where Obama stopped and move forward. Right now, what America is interested in is money. You have to be aware of that. What rules the nation is money and material resources. So that's why you have to be very careful to protect yourself from getting killed by anybody. Because nobody will do anything about it. That's the age that we are in American history. It's the age of business. Those who will make money are those who have their small or big scale businesses. That's the America in which we are. It's no longer America of morality. If you hear any church folk try to talk to you and educate you about, oh, you shouldn't use cuss word, oh, you shouldn't do this, oh, you shouldn't do that, oh, you tell them to shut their mouth, that we are not in that age anymore. Don't listen to anybody tell you, oh, people should have done this. Bill Clinton should not have slept with Monica Lewinsky. This, that. Where are those same people to tell Trump the same thing? No. Whoever can give you opportunity to make money, that's the new savior. That's where we are in America. It was happening secretly, and Trump tapped into it. There are many people who do not want to become anything for themselves, but to blame everybody else. Trump tapped into it. Excuse me. By the time we return back to the age of sensitivity, it's going to be many years to come. I'm serious, it's going to be many years to come. At that time, many things has gone wrong. A lot. It will take a very strong person to put America together again, because we need business. We also need character. We need business, and we also need humanity. And it's going to take somebody who is aggressive enough to have both. You cannot have a party that only want to talk about the social issues without business. And you cannot have a party that want to talk about money without embracing all the other and solving the conflict that has been released into society. If not, we are reaching a place in our history as American people where if you're a Democrat, you have to move. You have to show which party you are affiliated to. You have to move to a Democrat area. If you are a Republican, you have to go and live in a Republican state. Period. We are reaching there. We are reaching a place where Republicans and Democrats are going to start fighting. In the Supreme Court, those high court justices will start fighting among themselves. Physical fights. It has happened in many countries. People will start being killed. People in the House of Representatives will start throwing chairs at each other and beating each other up. Same thing in the Senate. People start getting shot. We are reaching there. Why? Because money is far more important right now than anything else. And that's why we are going there. So we are slowly entering the age of violence. And it will take a strong person to return everybody to normalcy and to sensitivity. So it's not about somebody is a dictator or a despot. No. It's that people have walked away from the highway of sensitivity. That's the way it is. We want to stop here tonight. I am not telling you this. I'm not preaching to you. I wasn't doing that. I was simply showing you how to embrace a new lifestyle. If you're interested, come with me. If you are not, we'll leave you behind and move on. We are like the caribou. We sense the wind, we move on with it. We are like the locusts. We sense where the wind is coming from, we jump into the wind, and the wind takes us along. It's a good ride. Come along. I want to challenge you today. I want to ask you. The year is about to end. I need you to send me a big seed for me to travel with and go and open next year for you. I want to open next year for you. I do not want next year to come without you being there already. I want you to be sitting in 2019 before December 31st come. I want you to be there. I have already entered 2019 since the month of June. So I want you to come with me to 2019. You start now to plant what you want tomorrow. Send a seed and make sure you email me or write or call. I say, this seed I am planting, this is the seed I'm planting for next year's harvest. So Mary and Victoria, remind me for me to open somewhere on the website the seed for 2019 harvest. That should be the title of the page. We are going to put it. So whether you are very, very close to me does not matter. Don't say that because you are close to me, you don't want to give tithes and offerings and a seed to the ministry. Because that's what some people do, and that's not fair. Send me a seed to plant for the harvest of next year. It must be a big seed, unless you are broke and poor. But if you have money, real money, and you do not want to release a big seed for next year's harvest, then God will not even look at that seed. He will treat it as trash. because it will be seen as wickedness. That's what killed Ananias and Sapphira. This is Bishop Idikai Mary, and I want to thank you for joining us during this long session. This video will be broken. This video will be broken into like 20 minutes or 30 minutes before it will be put out there. So we are no longer just, once we finish, we put the thing there. No. We are spending time to edit them and make them accompanied by the right music, by the right background, and so on. That's what we are doing these days so that you can enjoy it. You can take time to enjoy it. That's how it is. All right.
Amen.
I wish you a very, very happy weekend. Tomorrow at 12 noon Central Time, which is 11 o'clock, which is 1 o'clock Eastern Time, we'll be having the Sunday service. We kept it at that time so that you'll be able to wake up and be able to join. So I look forward to receiving your seed, and I look forward to going away with it. When I leave Wichita, I will not be back to Wichita until like ending of January or February, because I'll be away. There's no use to be in a haste. I want to do things well because I want to plant certain things well for my partners so that they can experience a big harvest. 2019 and 2020 is the year of big harvest. I've made a covenant with God that He must give me my millionaires.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. He must give me my millionaires. Yeah. It has started already. So I'm not going to mention names. I'm not going to say anything. The millionaires have started to come. So listen carefully. I want you to be a millionaire next year. I want you to be a millionaire next year. So once we finish collecting the harvest, immediately we finish collecting the harvest, the seed. Immediately we finish collecting the seed, then I will go away and plant. And then water it, and then I'll come back, and then we continue. And then the harvest begins. Because I need my harvest next year. I do. I need my harvest. 2019 is the year of money and the year of harvest.
Sure.
A lot of people will buy houses, beautiful homes. A lot of people will buy beautiful cars. A lot of people will start businesses. I'm telling you the truth. It's going to happen next year.
I believe it. I believe it.
Many of you will move into new location. It's just going to be great. Because this is what the Holy Spirit told me. Your people are coming. Mary, write it down. Write down all these things I'm saying about next year. And Victoria, spend time to listen to this video and be able to. I will send you and Victoria the unedited thing for you guys to watch while I will be doing the edition. I still have about 4 videos that is not yet in the internet. I was just making sure that the talk show are in. The other ones are not yet in. Yeah. The Holy Spirit told me your people are coming. Make sure you write that down. Your people are coming. Your people are coming. Yeah, they are coming. And that's very, very important. When you hear a word from the mouth of the Holy Spirit, it's very important. Run with it. Run with it. Your people are coming. So if you want to leave the ministry, that doesn't bother me because my people are coming. Your people are coming. And that also is speaking to you. Those who were appointed before you were born or after you were born to be with you and to bless you, they are coming.
Amen.
Yeah. You have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Don't enjoy it. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Bye.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Roslyn, where is Vivian?